Welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you baseball on a rainy night. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Baltimore Orioles. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. All right, just about set to go. And towing the slab, Dean Kremer. What do we have on him?
Some people wonder if he was tipping his pitches last time out. He was getting hit all over the ballpark and being hit hard. Today, we look for him to make an adjustment and be on the attack side against these hitters.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Steven Kwan.
The left fielder, Steven Kwan.
The pitch. That misses the zone, and we are underway. That one off the mark, and that's ball two. There's a strike. That one's in there. 2-2 now. Just off the outside edge.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball four.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Miles Straw digs in for the Guardians. And that one sliced foul. At the belt and fires. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. 0-2 now. Slow roller to first. On to second, they get one. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice, and it's going to wind up out of play.
Sometimes early errors can be just as costly as errors made late in the ball game, but you just don't know it at the time. Second batter of the game gets on base for free, bringing up the number 3 hitter. So we'll see if they can take advantage right here.
Here's Jose Ramirez. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. And that one is inside ball one.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And now it's even up.
Got away with that one. Left the curveball up a little bit. He's going to have to finish it if it's going to be an effective pitch.
Falling behind 2-1. Straw, the runner at second with one away. Slice the other way and foul. And the pitch. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Mateo has a beat on it. Snags it for the second out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. Getting guys across the plate, not exactly a forte for them this year, as their offense is in the bottom third of the league in runs scored.
It becomes extremely frustrating, and then what happens is guys press, especially in run scoring opportunities and situations. And on top of that, I mean, you really make it harder on your pitcher. He feels like he's got to be perfect to go out there and win a ball game, or at least to put the team in a position to win a ball game. So,
well, plays made there, and that retires the side. Guardians lead 1, and now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back. And towing the slab in this one, Gavin Williams. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook of, tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
The wind of the pitch. And strike 2. That one lifted to left. Kwan puts it away, and there's one down. Time now to take a look at the Orioles lineup put together by manager Brandon Hyde. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about guys, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Next one is off the plate. 1-1. Now, power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now and even in the postseason. One down, base is empty. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And the righty deals. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out. Anthony Santander at the plate. And that's in there for strike 1. Left field. Kwan heads after it. Brings it in with a nice running grab. And that ends the inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. Scoreless after 1. Back here at the ballpark, second inning set to go. And now the center fielder, George Valera. And that one wrapped foul. Pitch misses there, and 1-1. Our umpire behind the plate, Jerry Hillsdale. High praise for Jerry when we talk to people around the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Boog. He's very straightforward, very consistent back there. So most of the time, you're not even going to think about him. That's a good thing.
And now the count is even. Singy, what kind of strike zone is most frustrating for hitters?
I'd say off the plate, away, and down. And why? Those are the toughest locations to hit the baseball.
Will Brennan digs in for the Guardians. Liner, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
The catcher,
Bo Naylor at the plate now. In there, and it's 0-1.
0-1.
That one pushed foul. Here's the 0-2. That one is absolutely belted. And out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. His 7th home run of the season. And they add a pair. It's 2-0.
Off the bat, it looked like it had plenty of distance, but there was just no telling if it was going to stay fair. I mean, he really hooked that thing down the right field line, but good thing that big pole was there to let us know. Could have very easily just been a long strike if he hit it out front any more than he did.
Number 94 in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swings and misses. No balls, 2 strikes.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Got him swinging.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Here's Brian Rocchio. And the first pitch misses in the dirt. Righty delivers. That one the other way. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Cleveland with a pair on this blast. And it's 2-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Bottom of the inning, James McCann in now.
Orioles, the first baseman.
Williams back to work. And that's in for a strike.
First pitch strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
And that one is lifted in the air. Valera moving under it, and he makes the catch. One down.
Batting fifth, the catcher.
Here's Adley Rutschman. He's coming off a 3-hit game in Sunday's series finale. He is at the top of the game in terms of defense at the catching spot. Swings through that one. 0-1.
It's so impressive because these guys have to do so much study and preparation for their pitchers, for opposing hitters, and really their number one job is to guide that staff through a ball game. And so when you also can turn it up offensively and be a force there, that is a win-win, every manager's dream.
Foul ball, still 0-2. Righty to the plate. Ground ball right side. Tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. Already 2 out here in the home half of inning number 2. 2 outs, base is empty. And here is Matt Chapman, 8th best batting average in the American League. Chapman gets a piece there. And 2 as he waves at that one.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front. So off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. And they're down 2-0. Back now at Oriole Park, top half of the 3rd inning. Here's the Cleveland leadoff hitter, Stephen Kwan. Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1. Stephen Kwan, pretty active on the bases, and not surprising, his favorite players growing up were 2 really good base runners, Ichiro Suzuki and Dave Roberts. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. Got him, and that's the first out. And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Miles Straw. Way outside, and that is ball 1. Straw, a former Gold Glove winner, batting second in today's lineup, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. Check swing, no appeal, 2-1.
Almost got him to commit, but he held back.
Rip to right, base hit.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
That one's in there, and it's 0-2. And here it comes. Slow ground ball to the right side. And he picks it up and he'll put it in his pocket. The 0-2. Goes down looking for the strikeout. Couldn't pull the trigger on a fastball at the knees. Here's Andres Gimenez. Grounded out to short in his first trip. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Next offering is in for a strike.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit or they may have extra bases.
Struck him out swinging. Pulled the string on the changeup.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
So 100, not afraid to show my teeth. You can never be like me. Yeah, I push until I bleed, and I keep it so.
Back here in Baltimore, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here is Jorge Mateo. And the pitch. And there's the strike.
And what makes him even quicker is the fact that he's so dialed in on the pitch as it's moving through the hitting zone. He can see how that hitter's lined up, what he's trying to do, and where that pitch is going to end up, which gives him that really quick first step. And that's why he makes so many great plays.
Makes the catch for the out. Now it's the second baseman, Ramon Urias. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Oh, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. As soon as that one shot off his barrel, he was thinking extra bases. Really nice job of getting the bat out front, but not hooking around it or rolling over it. Just kept the swing on plane and smoked that thing into the gap.
Ryan O'Hearn comes up to hit. Rips that one to right. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. The tag gets him, and it's a double play to end the inning.
Exciting play and a great throw to third for the double play, but man, there's just no reason to try to move up to third right there. Not great base running to end the inning.
Start of the fourth. Here's the center fielder, George Valera. The pitch. Had a good eye there.
You know, these Guardians showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Up and in, and it's 3-0.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Left-hand batter waits. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
So now here's the DH, Will Brennan. In there for strike one. Comes up empty on the swing, 0-2 now.
Filthy changeup right there. Just pulled the string.
0-2 now. Swing and a line drive, base hit out of the center field.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Now, Bo Naylor. Left-hand hitter waits. There's a strike. First and second here, no outs. Gonna count 1-2. Here comes a pitch. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
The pitch. Goes down looking.
That's just a nasty pitch right there. And I'm not surprised at all that he got the strikeout looking. You know, at the plate, looks like it's a fastball off the corner the entire way until just that very last second when that cutting action takes over and brings it back to clip the outside corner. You just got to tip your cap sometimes, but overall, that's just a nasty pitch.
Number 94 can't hold up, and that's a strike. He struck out swinging at his first at bat. Valera over at second. Brennan at first. One gone. Next offering is in for a strike. Got him! And he's down on strikes for the second time today.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Ryan Rocchio digs in for the Guardians. First offering misses the mark. First and second, 2 down. That one finds the zone, and it's 1-1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat, drive in that run. You may not have another guy in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. Guardians strand a couple. They're up 2-0. And welcome back. And now the center fielder, Austin Hayes. The line to kick the pitch. And it's fouled away.
You know, these Orioles, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. They're chasing a lot of pitches outside the zone, and those chases are turning into a bunch of outs. Can they turn that around and stay within the zone? We'll see, but I think they have to. Straw getting an angle on it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away. So next to hit for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That one hooked foul. The 0-1. Smoked to the left, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on first. And now Anthony Santander. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Kwan settles underneath it. Puts it away for the out.
Now back, first baseman, James McCann.
Here is James McCann.
Kind of a throwback. No batting gloves.
Ripped into right center. Base hit. Henderson around second, headed for third. Here's the throw to the plate. But it's offline. And it's a one-run game.
Comes through with the RBI. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runner at first with 2 away. Adley Rutschman will hit next. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Boog, it looks like somebody missed the swing sign. That's the first pitch this team's taken for a ball all game long.
And the right-hander deals. And that one pulled foul. The 1-1. They say you win.
1-2.
McCann off the first with 2 away. And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single, and the home team down a run. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Top 5, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading it off, Stephen Kwan. The pitch. Curveball drops in there.
You know, these Guardians, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've already seen 8 line drives from them, and it's always a good sign when the ball is jumping off your bat. And that's what this offense has been doing so far today.
A dive, nice stop, gathers and throws, and they get the out.
Nice diving stop right there. It gets the out, great reactions, excellent job of finishing the play with a nice, easy throw.
So in now for Cleveland, Miles Straw. And first offering is fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals. Pulls that one foul. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. And a pitch. Line drive, base hit.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. And that's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. The throw to third, not in time. He's safe.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Nice line drive to the pull side, met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now, Andres Gimenez. And a good fastball to start him off. That's strike 1. And a swing and a miss.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
That one down the line, and that's just foul.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. But no advance from the runners. Runners are at the corners. 1 away. Line drive. That's a base hit. In to score from third. And it's 3-1. Safe. He beats it. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
2 on, 1 out. Here's the center fielder, George Valera. Fouls one off out of play, back to our left. 2 on, 1 out. Way high.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, he's just given up 3 straight hits, and now behind in this count to this hitter. Might be a good time for somebody to call a timeout. Maybe the pitching coach go out there and talk to him just a little bit.
That one missed. Next offering finds the zone, and the count is full.
Now, there's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if he can mix that in whenever he wants. Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Next is the designated hitter, Will Brennan.
Good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Comebacker could be 2. Throws to Henderson. Over to first. That's 2. Nicely done. 1-6-3, and that will end the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now it's Matt Chapman. The wind of the pitch. This one in the air right field. Straw has a beat on it. He makes the grab. 1 away.
Woo! He was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Jorge Mateo now. 0 for 1. He flied out to right in his first trip. The other way. Straw makes the grab. 2 down. And next for the Orioles, Ramon Urias. Doubled his first time up. That's a base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Next to hit, Ryan O'Hearn. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, left side. Kwan settles underneath it. Puts the squeeze on that one. And that will end the inning. 1 left. Top of the 6th inning. Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. The pitch. That missed inside. And that's ball 1. And that drops in for a strike. Line to left. Diving. Gets down. Could be extra bases. They're still chasing it as he rounds second. And he's into third base with a leadoff triple. And Up next for Cleveland, number 94. And first offering is fouled off. Squirts away a little bit, and it's a ball and a strike as the runner holds. And a pitch.
No, that's out.
Naylor at third with nobody out. There's a swing and a miss.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Inside, 3-2 the count. Stays alive. Three-two. Fights it off. He'll see another. Ninth pitch of the at-bat due next. Into center and a base hit. Runner from third comes across, and they're up by 3.
Love how he became a really tough out with 2 strikes right there. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Brian Rocchio. So they turn to the lefty in this spot, Keegan Aiken.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
Strike one. Aiken goes 5 feet 11 inches, 235 pounds, and he was a second-round pick back in 2016. Runner at first with no outs here. Lifted in the air, right center field. Hayes ranging after it. Makes the grab, tracks it down after the long run. And there's one down.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Kwan, batting with one down, takes a strike.
0-1.
Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah, it is, and it's not too bad yet, but the field's not going to be able to hold up if the rain gets any worse than this. So keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit. Oh, this guy's so comfortable hitting with 2 strikes, even a good pitch early in the at-bat. If he's not ready to pull the trigger.
Urias makes the grab for the second out.
The right fielder, number 7.
So 2 down now, and here is Miles Straw. First pitch just misses. And now 2-0 as that one missed below the
2
knees.
balls, no strikes.
2 outs. That's inside, and that's ball 3. Jose Ramirez waits on deck. That's in for a strike. Line drive and a base hit. Throw in holds the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away. So up next, Jose Ramirez. And first offering is fouled off. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and misses. Pulled the string on the changeup. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Bottom of the 6th, and now it's Austin Hayes.
The center fielder.
Hayes, 27 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate. hitting over 350 in his last 10. That's a strike. 0-1.
You know, these Orioles, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. A handful have turned into outs, but of the balls they put in play, 10 have been line drives. I say keep barreling the ball and good things will happen. Don't let that get you frustrated.
On the ground, right side, and foul ball. And he deals. In the dirt. Throw pulls him off the bag, and he's safe.
Well, it's been a struggle on offense for them in this one, so maybe that wakes them up a little bit. You know, an error can certainly give the opposing lineup something to get excited about. You got somebody on base, so we'll see if they can make something of it.
At the plate, Gunnar Henderson. And fouled off.
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
Grounder might be 2. There's 1. How about that double play?
Very composed play from the shortstop position right there. I mean, that was a perfect decision. Go ahead, take it yourself, get to second, and then fire to first. Make sure you get those 2 outs.
Anthony Santander, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Santander measures 6 feet 2 inches, 235 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. Kicks and deals. And a foul ball. And a pitch. In the dirt, up with it, fires to first, in time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. 1 error in the inning, but nothing more. 7th inning coming up. Guardians 4 and the Orioles 1. Back now at Oriole Park. Here's the second baseman, Andres Gimenez. Sharp grounder, that's through for a base hit. And now, George Valera. That one's in there, 0-1. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw to third, safe. And runners at the corners to start the inning.
A couple of singles back-to-back. A lot of hitters tell themselves, line drive over the infielder's head. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything and pulled it into the gap nicely.
And the 0-1. That one is upstairs. So now 1-2.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Gimenez at third. Valera at first with no outs. Chapman makes the play, and there's one down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Bo Naylor. And he's already left his mark on this game.
He certainly has, Boog. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and that made an early impact on this game in a big way.
There's the strike.
In this situation, the batter's got to know what the pitcher's trying to do to him, and that's trying to get him to hit the ball on the ground, get 2 for 1. You got to look for something up in the zone. At worst case scenario, you deliver the sacrifice fly.
Mateo makes the grab. Runner tags for home. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Down the young and what I owed them. Trying to fit into an aura that I'm molded. Off the mold, break the cycle of who likes you and what you...
Bottom of the 7th, and here's the first baseman, James McCann. The right-hander back to work. And a foul ball, third base side. And ball 1. Hot shot to third. Whips it to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the switch hitting catcher, Adley Rutschman. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. And a swing and a line drive at a right field, and it drops in, but a good job to keep it in front.
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Now Matt Chapman at the plate. His righty-lefty splits there. That misses the zone. Ball 1. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Swing and a miss. And the count 1-2.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands, and then fouling the fastball the opposite field up into the stands.
Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out. Well, he waited until the 7th, but that's the knock that'll extend his hitting streak. Singy, how much does it weigh on your mind when you're coming to the plate in the late innings with a streak going?
Yeah, quite a bit. And a hitter's supposed to say he's only focused on the current at bat. But, man, honestly, it's hard not to know that if you don't come up with the hit, your streak's over. So it's there, at least in the back of your mind.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Gavin Williams will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. So Cleveland brings on a new reliever, Eli Morgan.
Oh, he's having an excellent season so far. ERA is under 2. A lot of flexibility coming out of the bullpen.
Here's the left fielder, Jorge Mateo. And that's outside, and it's 1-0. 1 down, runners at second and third. In the air, out towards right center. Valera after it. Got it! Nice grab. Both runners tagging from second and third. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly, and they cut the lead to 2. Ramon Urias, the next to hit for the Orioles.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Ground ball up the middle, and that chance handled in plenty of time to first. Gets him easily, ends the inning. A run on 2 hits, and they leave 1. 8th inning coming up. Guardians 4 and the Orioles 2. As expected, we're going into a rain delay, and I have a feeling this is going to be a long break, Singy. It is really coming down as they put the tarp on the infield.
Yeah, I think we kind of saw this one coming, Boog, and it's not going to be a short break either, so guess we go grab some coffee or something, man. Go sneak in a game of the show before play picks back up.
Bring it. We welcome you back with good news. The tarp is off the field, and it's done raining here at the ballpark, so we can get back to action. Cionel Perez, the new pitcher, looks ready to go, and aren't we all? A long pause in the action, but now it's time to go once again. And now the first baseman, number 94. And the pitch. And there's the strike.
0-1.
Got him looking for the K. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
And the batter now, Brian Rocchio. Good eye right there. Ouch.
That hit him.
You know, Boog, there always seems to be that oh no moment for the pitcher when he's lost control of his pitch, and most of the time it's right when he lets it go. He knows that it's not headed where he intended it to go.
Popped in the air, left field. Mateo hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder,
Miles Straw now at the plate. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
And I would say that most great defensive outfielders, it's kind of natural. There is some work that you can do to it to improve your game, but ultimately, you either have it or you don't.
And 1-2.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
And down on strikes. And that will end the inning. Nothing across on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last half of the 8th coming up. Guardians 4 and the Orioles 2. Sam Hentges taking over on the mound. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. Here's the designated hitter for the Orioles, Ryan O'Hearn. The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Out to short, Rocchio. Tosses across to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Austin Hayes digs in now. Comebacker to the mound. Slings to first, and that quickly 2 away.
Oh, Boog, we talk about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. Right side. And that one handled. Over to first. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. They trail it here 4-2. Back here at the ballpark, new inning getting started. So in now for Cleveland, Jose Ramirez. He was late there, strike 1. Perez, 26 years old, and he was born in Cuba. Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Hauls it in on the warning track.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked. He knew he had to get back to the track right away. Turned his back on the infield, got to the spot, turned around, and made a nice catch.
Jimenez now at the plate as he swings through strike one.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch, perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground. Fires to first on the run. There to beat him by an eyelash. And now the center fielder, George Valera. Just off the outside edge. 1-0. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
Been a solid inning so far in relief. Getting them through this inning only down 2 could give their lineup a real opportunity to just grind their way back into this game with the few outs that they have left.
And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Offense held in check there. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. Guardians 4 and the Orioles 2. Emmanuel Clase on the pitch here.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Leading off, Anthony Santander. The pitch. Line drive, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. So now the Orioles cleanup hitter, James McCann. Chris, Emmanuel Clase has turned into one of the best closers in baseball, and he's got a nasty cutter. Originally signed by the Padres in 2017, but San Diego traded him to Texas. Eventually, he made his big league debut in 2019, was traded again, this time to Cleveland in the Corey Kluber deal. Down the line towards the corner. Straw has a beat on it. Makes the grab, and there's one down.
The catcher, number 35,
Adley Rutschman will hit next. And that one ripped into right. Fair ball. Now it rolls down into the corner. Lead runner holds at third, so 2 runners in scoring position and just 1 out.
These guys today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 out. Matt Chapman, the next to hit for the Orioles. And that's in for a strike.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it and hit it to the outfield.
At the belt and fires. Popped up right side. Straw chasing after it. Got it. Really had to move for that grab. 2 away.
the left fielder, number 3.
So it's their last chance in this one. Jorge Mateo, the next to hit for the Orioles. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
And first offering is fouled off. And the righty deals. Swing and a miss at one above the zone.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
And that one gets past the catcher. No movement on the bases. 1-2 the count. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Trying to keep the game alive here in the bottom of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching and defense in certain spots. Definitely a fun one to watch.
And your final 4-2 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show. Thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Take my time, find my mind, don't have time to go back to 10.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. First, for the victorious Cleveland Guardians.